Hello all, I welcome you to this YouTube channel. Kemi is my name, and today we have a task in implementing VRF Lite in our network. VRF is an acronym that stands for Virtual Routing and Forwarding, and this permits the creation of multiple routing tables in a single router. With VRF, you can isolate your clients, and VRF also allows the use of overlapping IP addresses. As you can see on the screen, the upper part and this lower part shares the same IP range, and with the use of VRF, it will allow it, and no error will be discovered. Also, we have a single cable connection, and will be for us to permit our clients, since they are in different routing tables, we have to make use of sub interfaces. And we are going to do this implementation on Cisco router and a MikroTik router. DC1 is a Cisco router, while DC2 is a MikroTik router. The end game is to ensure that those shaded as red can communicate across, that these end devices, as we have it, VPC4, can communicate with VPC8. Also for VPC9 to communicate with VPC10. So I'll be starting this configuration particularly with the use of MikroTik router. While I just power this on up. So going for my DC2, the first step, being a MikroTik router, and we're making the sub interfaces, is to create sub interfaces on Ether 10. And to do that, I click on interfaces, click on the VLAN tab and the add button. So let me apply VLAN 10 for red, which is this VRF, then Ether 10. I'll do the same thing. Let me make use of VLAN 20 for the VRF green. Alright, so after that, I will go to my VRF. So to create a VRF in MikroTik, click on IP, click on VRF, the add button, then the name. Let me give it red. So which interfaces? That's VLAN 10 underscore red. That will be the one facing the DC1, and also the one facing my client, which is Ether 4 for red. While for green, it will be VLAN 20 and Ether 3. So the name, let's give it VRF green. Interfaces VLAN 20, which is facing DC1, and this particular, the other interface, which is facing the client, Ether 3, will also be in the same routing table. So now let's go to the IP address configuration. IP address. So for my 192.168.100.2/30 for this, and also be the same for green, because they are in different VRFs, so the same IP address can apply and there will be no conflict, as you can see. So we also do this IP is the one facing DC1. So the one facing my client, 172.82.0.1/30 for both Ether 3 and Ether 4. So this is how the configuration will go on the MikroTik router. And I want to run OSPF between this router and DC1, and for the clients as well. So if I want to do that, I'll just go to my routing, click on OSPF, first create an instance. Let me create an instance for red. The VRF will be this, and the routing table will be VRF red as well. So apply, OK. I repeat the same for green. But I'll change the VRFs and the routing table. Will be green. The next is to create areas for each VRFs. So this will be for red, and I'll do the same thing for green. Don't forget to change this instance to green. So then the interface templates. So what are interfaces that I'm adding? I like using interface instead of using networks. So what are interfaces that I'm adding for red? That will be ETA 4 and VLAN 10. ETA 4 and then VLAN 10. So I'll leave everything as default. Then I'll do for green as well. Interfaces, that will be for VLAN 20 and ETA 3 from the screen. From the topology. Apply, OK. So let's go for the configuration on DC1. This is our Cisco device. Alright, so enable config. Let me give it its needed name. So for Cisco, we start with the configuration of the VRF. To do that, IP VRF, then the name for the VRF, red. Then for green, that's the command. So the next is to go into the interface configuration. So we start with interface FA0/1. To add this to the VRF, make use of the command IP VRF forwarding. FA0/1 is under red. Then give it its IP address 172.0.1/30. Oh, sorry. It has to be in decimal notation. Then a no short command. So I do the same thing for green, which is under interface FA1/0. IP VRF forwarding. It has to be this command first before the IP address. Your IP address, that's 172.16.0.1/30 decimal notation. Then the no short command. Exit. So we go into the sub-interface creation for Cisco now. That will be interface FA0/0 C.2. Then the encapsulation.1Q Fuse10. Then the IP VRF forwarding. Red. Then its IP address 192.168.100.1. This is one facing DC2 on VRF red. Then the next thing is to go into for the sub-interface for VRF green. Let's call it 3. And cap.1Q20. Then let's put it under VRF green. VRF forwarding green. Then its own IP address. The same 192.168.100.1 and 255.255.252. So go. Next step is thing we've done for the clients. If you want FA0/1. Alright. So the next step is the OSPF configuration. Since I'm running OSPF, router OSPF 2, VRF red. This is how you do it for OSPF. Then the network I want to advertise, I'm advertising the one facing DC2 wildcard marks of this, and the area, let's put them under the backbone. Then the other network, the one facing the client, 16. Unlike MikroTik, where I'll just indicate the interfaces, here we are making use of the networks. So I've done for VRF red. Let's go for that of VRF green. Then the networks, where's filter allocate router ID. Sometimes. Okay, it has accepted it. So let's advertise the network 192.168.100.0 wildcard mask of 3 area 0, and the network of 172.16, and the wildcard marks of this in the same area. Expect neighborship to have been formed. Okay, I need to do a no shot on this interface. No shot. So the neighborship should come up any moment from now. So we are through with the configuration on the devices at the provider's end. So let's go straight to the devices at the client's end. Let's start with MikroTik again. That will be A1 and A2. This should be A1. This is alright. A1, A2. So on A1, what do we have? We have interface 4 and 8. So I just go to the IP address configuration straight. That will be 172.16.0.2/30. That's it. 4. For my ETA 8, that will be 10.10.0.1/24. ETA 8. Let me just run SPF also between this one. Here I'm not creating any VRF, just creating my instance, create the area, and add the interfaces. ETA 4 and ETA 8. Since it's a singular connection, I don't need to make any adjustment on the cost. So I'm done with, let me even check if it has formed neighborship with the Cisco device. Yeah, so let's go for A2. You can see it has formed neighborship with the Cisco device, which is 0, which is A1 to DC1. So let's go for A2 and do the same. So for A2, IP address, click on plus sign. ETA 4 is 172.32.0.2/30 on ETA 4. And for ETA 8, we have 10.15 network 24. That should be it, similar to what we have on the left hand side of the screen. The same thing for the OSPF configuration. Start with your instances, then go to the areas, then you go to your interface templates, select it at 4, select it at 8, and apply OK. So give it some minutes or some seconds, it should form the neighborship, which it has. So let's do a test, end-to-end test from this device, which is attached to A1, to this device, which is attached to A2, and let's see if we can do our end-to-end test. So I have let me just set the IP at 10.10.0.2/24 gateway +1. Let's do the same thing here. IP 10.15.0.2, then my gateway +0.1. So can I reach the gateway? Of course. Can I also read the gateway here first before testing across? Sure. Now can I now reach the gateway across, which is 10.15.0.1. So this is smooth. 10.0.1. So can I read the device at the other end? Can I also read the device at the other end? So you can see that though they have the same IP address to their provider, they did not cause any issue. So the configuration is successful for VRF red. Let's go for VRF green and let's confirm. So VRF green being a Cisco device, starting from Z1. So let's just enable config T, then go into interface FA0/0. The IP address for that is 172.16.0.2, subnet max of 30, then the no short command. Just basic configuration, IP address configuration, and OSPF configuration. That's what we are making use of for this particular setup. IP address 10.25.0.1. That'll be 255.0. Okay, if it is having, okay, we'll come for that in short. So let's go back to our interface FA0/0. Let's look at the duplex and speed. Okay. Duplex, set it to full, speed 100. So let's go into DC1 arrow and confirm again. The one facing interface, show interface FA1/0. Alright, so that has been sorted out. So for Z1, we are through with the IP address and OSPF configuration. So the next is, just the IP address configuration. So the OSPF configuration, it should be easy for us to accomplish. 3 area 0. Then just make use of connected, but let's advertise the network as well. 255 area 0. I think that's all. Exit. Save. So let's go to, I'm expecting to see neighborship being formed. Let me go back to DC1 R1. Form neighborship with 0.1, that's with A1, and on VRF red. Show IP route VRF green. So I'm seeing the connected routes. We are here to see the OSPF interface FA1/0. Interface brief. FA1/0 is up. Okay. Ping VRF green. Which IP am I? 172.16.0.2. Okay, it's responding. Section RouterOS VRF. I want to see the OSPF configuration. 172.16 VRF green. Interface. Let me see the interface configuration again. Interface. All right. This for Z1. Let's do for Z2. Z2, I'm having interface FA0.0, the IP address 172.32.0.2, no short. Then for interface FA0/1, IP address of 10.20.0.1/24 subnet mask, no short as well. Then my OSPF configuration, network 172.0.0.0.3. Also network of 10.20.0.0.0.0. Let me check the OSPF configuration for Z1. Okay. Show IP OSPF neighbor. It's not forming neighborship with. Okay. Do show IP. These two are not forming neighborship with each other, with their respective providers' device. These Cisco devices, they are not forming neighborship. So can we go into the interface configuration again? Where's R1? Can we look into the USPF configuration? Everything looks okay. Routers were green. Can I remove USPF 3 green? Two and 4. Okay, so that has come up. So let's go for Z2. Why is it not coming up on Z2? Z2 is connected to DCR2, which is the MikroTik router. DCR2. Alright, so DCR2 is the MikroTik router interface 3. IP address is at 3. Okay, routing OSPF for it at 3. Let me check the VRF configuration. It's at 3 VLAN 20. IP address, confirm. Then the OSPF configuration, which is routing OSPF area, green, instance green, interface templates, it has 4 VLAN 10. Oh, can you see? This one should be on that green, so it should come up immediately. So let's confirm from Z2 if it is up. This is alright, it is up. So if you run the command again to check the neighbor, it should come up. Yeah, it is up. So we are through with the configuration on the routers. Let's do that of the end devices. So let me go to this, which is the one attached to Z1, and let's bring up the one attached to Z2. Okay, Z1, Z2. Alright, so the IP address, IP 10.25.0.2/24, the gateway 10.25.0.1. Let's look for this is IP 10.20.0. Let's say 3. 10.20.0.1. So can I first reach the gateway for this device? Reachable. Can I also reach the gateway for this device? Reachable. So can I reach the gateway across 10.20.0. Reachable. Can I reach the gateway of the device across? Reachable. So can I reach the end device? 10.20. I think it's .3. Come on. Yeah. Why for this is .2. So we have come to the end of the implementation. As we can see that we can reach across. So for you to, let me just quickly add one thing. For my DCR2, so for you to view your routing table, just come to IP, click on route. You can see for this section it said also you want to check the routing table for each of that you have created. Click on green, it's only displayed out of green for you. You click on red, only displayed out of red for you. The same thing for our Cisco device. Let's do for Cisco device as well. So from our configuration module, show IP routes VRF green, you can see the networks, while for VRF red, you also see the networks. So if you follow these steps correctly, you will have your VRF Lite set up on your network, and then you can verify. So if you need any additional information, or you want us to assist you in setting up of your networks, you can reach us on the WhatsApp number being displayed on your screen. We are available for consultancy services, for integration services, for installation, network audits, everything that has to do with network. You can reach out to us on the WhatsApp on your screen. Also, kindly subscribe, like, and share this video on your various social media handles. We indeed appreciate. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.